Hello friends, you are watching ISC Mathematics and we are solving second exercise of chapter number 5 Matrices, Adjoint and Inverse ISC Mathematics Standard 12. Before we proceed further, I would like to remind you that if you have not subscribed my channel yet, please subscribe, like and share my videos. Okay, now 10th question in the last uh, video we have completed. Now question number 11 onwards we will solve today. Okay, so again you are given a system of equations and we have to solve this. Solving a system of equations here means finding the values of x and y. Okay, so for that first of all we will find out the determinant a, and before that we will express this system of equations in the form of metric equations. So how you can write? Okay, the first matrix containing the coefficients 3 minus 2, 6 minus 4. Second matrix is a column matrix containing x, y, and on the right hand side again we have column matrix. Okay, here let A denote the first matrix. Okay, B denotes matrix containing x, sorry, not B, this is x, and B is a matrix on the right hand side. Here our first step is to find the determinant of A. Okay, so minus 12 plus 12 is equal to 0. We know that if the determinant of A is 0, in that case we find the adjoint of A into B. This product we will calculate. Okay, so first let us calculate adjoint of A. Now adjoint of a 2 by 2 matrix can be easily written by interchanging the diagonal elements and by changing only the signs of the off diagonal elements. So let us write down the adjoint, that is minus 4, 3, okay, 2 and minus 6. Clear? Now we will find out the product adjoint of A into B. So what is adjoint of A? Adjoint of A is minus 4, 2, minus 6, 3 into B is 5, 9. Let us multiply. Okay, 5 4 ja minus 4 into 5 minus 20 plus 9 2 ja 18, then minus 30 plus 27. Okay, so minus 2 minus 3, this is not equal to null matrix. Clear? This is not equal to null matrix, and therefore we can say that given system is inconsistent. Here, therefore given system of equations is inconsistent, and therefore suppose if adjoint of A into B is equal to null matrix, then the system of equations is consistent and has infinitely many solutions. But here since we are getting the product to be non-null matrix and therefore system is inconsistent, it means the given system has no solutions. Clear? So question number 11 we have completed. 11 third one we have completed. Okay, let me solve second number also of question number 11. Question number 11, second one. 3x minus 2y is equal to 6 and 5x minus 4y is equal to 8. Okay, by mistake, this is the second of question number 10. Question number 11 is this. We have 6x plus 4y is equal to 2 and 9x plus 6y is equal to 3. Okay, let us write down as a matrix equation. So 6, 4, 9, 6 xy is equal to, now let a is equal to 6, 4, 9, 6, x is equal to xy, and b is equal to 2, 3. First we will calculate the determinant of a. 6, 4, 9, 6. 36 minus 36 is equal to 0. Now we will find out adjoint of A. Adjoint of A will be obtained by interchanging the diagonal elements and changing the signs of off diagonal elements. So 6 minus 4 minus 9, 6. Okay, now we will find the product. Adjoint of A into B. 6 minus 4 minus 9, 6 into B is 2, 3. Now let us multiply. 12 minus 12 minus 18 plus 18 is equal to 0, 0 is equal to O, and therefore determinant of A is 0 and adjoint of A into B is a null matrix, and therefore given system of equations is consistent. Yes or no? If both these things happen, that is determinant of A is 0 and product adjoint of A into B is also a null matrix, then we can say that the given system of equation is consistent and has infinitely many solutions. Okay. And has infinitely many solutions. Clear? So we have completed second. Okay, not completed yet. So far we have done. We have come to know that infinitely many solutions are there. Now what may be the form of the solutions? So to find the solution, what we can do? We can consider any one of the above variable to be a constant. For example, suppose for y we consider some constant k. Okay, so let y is equal to k, where k is a constant. You can even take x is equal to k, it doesn't matter. Clear? So then therefore 6x plus 4k is equal to 2, or 6x is equal to 2 minus 4k. Yes or no? Or x is equal to 1 minus 2k upon 3. This is the value of x. Okay, now this value of x we can substitute in the second equation to find the value of y in terms of k. Clear? now substituting value of x in equation 2, we have 9x plus 6y is equal to 3, or 3x plus 2y is equal to 1, or 3x plus 3 into value of x is 1 minus 2k upon 3 plus 2y is equal to 1. Therefore 2y is equal to 1 minus 1 plus 2k. 2y is equal to 2k, and therefore y will be equal to k. So value of y we got to be k. Clear? So we have the two solutions or two values. X is 1 minus 2k by 3 and y is k. Or as I told, you can consider x to be k and then you can find out y. Okay, and then you can put the value of y in the second equation to calculate x. Clear? So this was the second question. Yes or no? The answer is given in the same way as I told. Okay, they have taken x to be k, but it is not compulsory that you always take x to be k. Yes or no? Or any other variable, any other constant. I have taken here y to be k. Clear? So it doesn't matter. So question number 11 is over now. Question number 12. Okay, now let us solve question number 12. Third one we are solving. All the questions are similar only with different values. So question number 3. Okay, first equation is 2x minus z. Term involving y is not there. So whenever you have a term in any such equations, if y is not involved, then we can write 0 into y in this way. Yes or no? Minus z is equal to 1. Again in the second term 5x plus y is there, but z is not there, so 0 into z is equal to 2. And in the third we have not x is not involved, so 0 into x plus y plus 3z is equal to 3. Let us write down in the as a matrix equation. So 2 0 minus 1 5 1 0 0 1 3 into x y z 1 2 3. Let a is equal to 2 0 minus 1 5 1 0 0 1 3. X is equal to x y z and b is equal to 1 2 3. Okay, now first we'll calculate determinant of a, that is 2 0 minus 1 5 1 0 0 1 3 is equals to 2 into 3 minus 0 minus 1 into 5 minus 0 is equal to 6 minus 5 is equal to 1. Since the A is a non-singular matrix, therefore A is invertible. Yes or no? So we can find out the inverse of matrix A. Clear? Okay, now adjoint of A. Okay, in order to find the adjoint of A, we need to find the coefficients, cofactors of each of the 9 elements in matrix A. So cofactor of 2 will be 3, cofactor of 0 will be 5 3s are 15, that will be minus. Cofactor of minus 1 will be 5 1s are 5 plus. Yes or no? Again cofactor of 5, second row now, 0 plus 1, but ultimate sign will be minus 1. Yes or no? Because sign convention is in the second row minus plus minus. Okay, again cofactor of 1 will be 3 to the 6, so plus 6, yes or no? Then cofactor of 0 okay, cofactor of 0 will be 2 1s are 2, but minus, okay, so it will be minus 2. Again cofactor of 0 third row plus 1, okay, 1. Now two more are left, cofactor of 1 and cofactor of cofactor of 1 will be equal to 0 plus 1, so minus 5 will come, and cofactor of 3 will be 2 1s are 2. Okay, done. So now we can write down adjoint of A is equal to 3 minus 15 5 minus 1 6 minus 2 1 minus 5 2 whole transpose is equal to 3 minus 15 5 minus 1 6 minus 2 1 minus 5 and 2, and therefore A inverse therefore A inverse is equals to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A is equal to 3 minus 1 1 minus 15 6 minus 5 and 5 minus 2 2. Okay, this is determinant of A. Now we can find out, we have AX is equals to B implies X is equals to A inverse B implies A inverse is 3 minus 1 1 minus 15 6 minus 5 5 minus 2 2 into B is 1 2 3. So let us multiply the two matrices now. Okay, so 3 1s are 3 minus 2 plus 3, then minus 15 plus 12 minus 15 5 minus 4 and so 4 minus 18 and 7. Okay, so we got X is equal to, that implies X Y Z equals 4 minus 18, and that implies X is equal to 4, Y is equal to minus 18 and Z is equal to 7. So this is the answer for question number 3 of question 12. Okay, so third one we have solved. Now let me solve the fifth one, ISC 2000. Okay, now in question number 12 I am solving number 5. We are given equations x1 minus 2x2 plus 3x3 is equal to 4. 2x1 plus x2 minus 3x3 is equal to 5, and minus x1 plus x2 plus 2x3 is equal to 3. Let us once again check. x1 minus 2x2 plus 3x3 is 4. 2x1 plus x2 minus 3x3 is equal to 5. Minus x1 plus x2 plus 2x3 is equal to 3. Okay, so now we'll write down in the matrix equation format. So we have 1 minus 2 3, 2 1 minus 3 minus 1 1 2 into x. In place of x y z we have x1 x2 x3 over here, and 4 5 3. Okay, now first matrix will be denoted by A. 1 minus 2 3, 2 1 minus 3 minus 1 2. Okay, second by capital X, x1 x2 x3, and third by matrix B, 4 5 3. Okay, now first of all let us calculate determinant of A. Determinant of A is 1 minus 2 3, 2 1 minus 3 minus 1 1 2 is equals to, expanding along first row, 1 into 2 1s are 2 plus 3 minus minus plus 2 into 2 2s are 4 plus 3 into 2 1s are 2 plus 1. So 5 plus 2 plus 9 is equal to 16 is not equal to 0. Since A is a non-singular matrix and therefore A inverse exists, or we can write A is invertible, or A inverse exists, any way you can write. Now we'll calculate the cofactors. So in order to find the adjoint of A, first we'll calculate the cofactors of each of the 9 elements in matrix A. So cofactor of 1, we will start row wise, we will take elements, yes or no. So cofactor of 1 will be 5 only. Okay, cofactor of minus 2 will be, what is the cofactor of minus 2? Let me check over here. Cofactor of minus 2 will be minus 1, yes or no, because sign convention we have to consider, plus minus plus. Again cofactor of 3, cofactor of 3 will be 2 1s are 2 plus 1 3, yes or no. Cofactor of 3 will be 3 only plus 3. Clear? Again cofactor of 2, now second. Okay, so minus 4 minus 3, so minus 7 minus minus plus 7. Again cofactor of 1 will be 2 1s are 2 minus minus plus 3 5. Okay, remaining cofactors let us write down over here. 5 minus 1 3 7 5. Okay, now cofactor of 2 1 and minus 3. Okay, so cofactor of minus 3 will be 1 1s are 1, and that will be having minus sign. 1 1s are 1 plus 2 1s are 2, yes or no. So 1 plus 2 will be 3 only. Okay, again let us check. 1 1s are 1 minus 2, so -1, clear, and sign is minus, so minus minus plus 1 we will get. Cofactor of, then -1, what is the cofactor of minus 3 to the 6 minus 3 is equal to 3. Cofactor of 1 is having negative sign, -3 minus 3 to the 6, so -9 minus minus plus 9, and cofactor of 2, cofactor of 2 will be 1 plus 4, so cofactor of 2 will be 5 only, so 1395, yes or no? So we got all the cofactors, and therefore we can write down adjoint of A is equal to 5 minus 1, 3, 7, 5, 1, 3, 9, 5 whole transpose, and therefore adjoint of A is equal to 5 minus 1, 3, 7, 5, 1 and 3, 9, 5. Okay, now A inverse 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of 1 by 16 into -159 315. Okay, now we have Ax is equals to B, implies X is equals to A inverse B. So now we'll take the product of A inverse and B. Okay, so is equal to A inverse 5, 7, 3 minus 1, 5, 9, 3, 1, 5 into 4, 5, 3 9 minus 4 plus 25 plus 27 plus 5 plus 15, 3 4s are 12, 1 5s are 5. Okay, so let us now add 30, 50, 64, then this will be 48 and this 32. Okay, so now dividing by 16 we will get x is equal to 4, 3, 2, and therefore x is what? x1, x2, x3 is equal to 4, 3, 2, therefore x1 is 4, x2 is 3 and x3 is 2. Clear? So this question is also over. Now let us, okay, so now I hope that you have understood how to solve this kind of questions. Okay, so this with this part 1 or part A of this second exercise is over. Okay, now let us start exercise B. 1 or 2 questions we will solve from part B also. be first one is a property. Yes or no? Definition of inverse. A into A inverse is equal to A inverse into A is equal to I. That no need to do. Okay, second of question number 1. It is given that X is a matrix of order 2 by 2. We are directly given a matrix equation over here. Yes or no? So let us consider that first matrix on the left is represented by A and matrix on the right is represented by B. Okay, now A into X is equals to B, so we can pre-multiply both sides. Yes or no? So now using associative law, I into X is equal to A inverse B or X is equal to A inverse B. In short, in order to calculate the unknown matrix X, we need to find A inverse and then we'll multiply with B. So first we'll calculate determinant of A. 1, 3, 0, 1, 1 is 1 minus B not equal to 0, hence A is invertible and therefore, okay, now adjoint of A is a 2 by 2 matrix, so we can directly write down the adjoint, yes or no, by interchanging the diagonal elements and changing the signs of diagonal elements. So we got adjoint of A. Now let us find out A inverse. 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A is equal to 1 minus 3, 0, 1. Okay, now we have to multiply. This is A inverse. Now we will multiply A inverse into B in order to get X. So let us do that. Okay, now X is equal to A inverse B. 1 minus 3, 0, 1, 1 minus 1, 0, 1. 1 ones are 1 plus 0 minus 1 minus 3. 0 plus 0, 0 plus 1 is equal to 1 minus 4, 0 and 1. Clear? So, B, second question, 1 minus 4, 0, 1. Okay, done. So, second one is done. Okay, now let us solve the third one also of the first question. Question number 1, second we have solved. Now I am solving number 3. Question number 1, third one. Okay, we are given find the matrix X for which X into 3, 2, 1 minus 1 is equal to 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now let us solve this. Let us first consider that A is the matrix 3, 2, 1 minus 1 and B is the matrix 4, 1, 2, 3. So that we have X into A is equals to B. So X into A, now post multiplying, yes or no, by A inverse. Remember that order is important in this. Okay, because since A is after X, so you must post multiply only, you don't pre-multiply. Otherwise you will not get the correct answer. Clear? Because A inverse B and B inverse A may be different. We know that matrix multiplication does not follow commutative law. Clear? And therefore this is very important. That this is the reason why I am doing the third one. It is similar, but this is the difference. Similar to question number 2, but this is the only difference that you need to understand. Okay, so now associative law. Okay, so x into I is equals to b into A inverse. Here, now let us calculate determinant of A first. 3, 2, 1, minus 1, minus 3, minus 2, minus 5, not equal to 0, and therefore A is invertible, and therefore okay, adjoint of A will be minus 1, minus 2, minus 1, 3. Okay, and therefore A inverse will be equal to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A, 1 upon minus 5 into minus 1, minus 2, minus 1 and 3. Okay, now let us multiply B into A inverse. Okay, now x is equals to b into A inverse, so b is 4, 1, 2, 3 and A inverse is minus 1 by 5 into minus 1, minus 2, minus 1, 3. Now this minus 1 by 5 I can put outside. First I will multiply the two matrices. Yes or no? Let us multiply the two matrices. Is equals to minus 1 upon 5 into minus 1, 4 2 za 3 1 za 3. Now 2 minus 3 minus 4 9. So minus 1 upon 5 minus 5 minus 5 minus 5 5. So dividing by minus 5 1 1 1 minus 1. Yes or no? This is the required matrix X. Clear? So let us check. This is the third number. Yes, so this is the correct answer. Okay, so question number in B exercise, first one, second. In question number 1, 2 and 3 I have solved. Okay, and now let me solve question number 3. Okay, question number 3. We are given here matrix A 2 3 3 5. Okay, we have to verify that A square is equal to 7 into I. Okay, we have to verify this thing, and hence we have to find. See, second I am not doing because it is a property. We know that A into adjoint of A is equal to determinant of A into I. Yes or no? So the properties we need not to prove. Clear? That you should remember, because such questions will always be asked in the objective type of questions only in the competitive exams. Okay, so question number 3, A square is equal to 7A minus I. We have to prove, and hence means using the result, then we will obtain A inverse from the relationship only. Okay, we will prove this relationship, and from this relationship we will find A inverse. It means we don't have to calculate adjoint of A, determinant of A. Yes or no? But we have to find A inverse from the given relation only. But before that we have to prove this. So let us prove or verify. Okay. A square is equal to A into A, 2, 3, 3, 5. Okay, so 2 2s are 4, 3 2s are 6, okay, so we got A square. Okay, now 7A minus I, 7 into 2, 3, 3, 5 minus I is an identity matrix of order 2, 14, 21, 35 minus 1, 0, 0, 1, 13, 21, 21, 34, and hence we got that A square is equal to 7A minus I. Clear? So this is done. We have done the verification. Now we will use this relation to find A inverse. Okay, now we have A square is equal to 7A minus I. Let us multiply by A inverse. Okay, now A inverse A square can be written as A into A, and using associative property we will write A inverse into A, and outside A again here 7 A inverse into A minus A inverse into I is equal to A inverse. Here this is I, this is I, and this is A inverse. Therefore A is equal to 7I minus A inverse. Therefore A inverse is equal to 7I minus A. Now put the value of I and A on the right hand side to get A inverse. Therefore A inverse is equal to 7, 1, 0, 0, 1 minus A, 2, 3, 3, 5. So 7, 0, 0, 7 minus 2, 3, 3, 5. So 5 minus 3 minus 3 and 2. This is the required answer, A inverse. Okay, so this was question number 3. 5 minus 3 minus 3, 2. Okay, done. So today we started question number 11 onwards. So 11, 12 and in B question number 1 and 3 also we have completed. In question number 2 the properties are there given to be proved, but you no need to do that. Remember that. Okay. Don't practice, but only remember the properties. Clear? Okay. Remaining sums of the type which I have solved, you should practice, which I have left. Okay. And the next question onwards we will start in the next exercise. Similar sums we will skip. Okay, and varieties, different varieties we will solve so that we can complete this chapter fast. Thank you very much.